Lots of things are changing in banking, and so there's a lot of different ways that you can move money quicker and make it more efficient to make your business more successful. So just be open whenever you're going in and talking to your banker, and look at all of the options. And maybe that option wouldn't be, maybe you want to start with checks and balances today, but then move forward and look at ACH and direct deposit and pulling money in, because ultimately you want to try to get money into your account as quickly as possible so that you can turn around and pay all of those different companies that you may owe. So the efficiency of money movement and making sure to manage that and finding the most efficient way is very important.
If I was the business owner, I would go to various bank websites, see what that bank offers, look for the products that I'm interested in. I would also be prepared for when I come into the bank. So if I have an EIN number, I'm going to have proof of that. If I don't have an EIN number, I would apply for that, although the banks could help you with that. If I had articles of incorporation, organization, partnership agreements, whatever it would take to open an account, I would have that with me when I come into the bank.
I think that depends on the needs of the business. So some businesses are going to be super cash intensive, and if so, you're going to want to make sure that there's a location near you so that you do not have to spend, an hour traveling to a bank to maybe get a change order or something like that. If you're a business that's going to be primarily checks and you don't want to go to the bank, you want to make sure that they have that online program that can help support you through that, whether it's mobile or just online banking of some kind of commercial capture.
If you're going to do direct deposit payroll, you want to make sure that that bank has some type of treasury management services that can facilitate that. Different states have different facilities that help you with that. In the state of Illinois, it's the Secretary of State's office. So the reason for assumed name, if you are operating as Jill's Flowers, you really want to know who that true owner is. So you might want to know that it is either Jill Fowler or Jill Fowler Incorporated. If the name of the business may not actually tell you what that is. So we would like to see that certificate so we know who the true ownership is. Another good reason for the business owner to get an assumed name. So you have a corporation that's Jill and Bethany Corporation, but we want to open a J and B Gym. People are more likely to go to J and B Gym instead of Jill and Bethany Corporation. I mean, Jill and Bethany Corporation does not tell you what that business is. So good reason to get an assumed name. When I have a business owner, prospective business owner sitting across the desk from me, so I will just have a nice conversation with them. Tell me about that business. And how is a business formed? Are you a corporation? Are you a partnership? Are you LLC? Do you want to open as sole proprietorship? So get those things down. If they have an EIN number, I'd like to see that, or help them apply for that if need be. And what kind of transactions, are you going to have? Are you going to be, as Bethany said, cash intensive? Are you going to write checks only? Do you consider direct deposit? Do you want to pay your vendors electronically? Do you want to accept credit cards? So how are you going to get money? How are you going to send out money? Very important to know. And that way, that helps me, is this a high volume transaction? This helps me direct you in the right checking account or several checking accounts, and also treasury management services. So we just want to know what the business is. We also like to really know our customers. That way we can help look out for fraud. If we see transactions come in that are just way out of whack with what the business is about, then that's a red flag for us. It also helps our customers. So, they don't need to be nervous when they're meeting with us. Just have all their documents, all their ducks in a row, I guess I should say. But I'd also like to know, a lot of times I'll be opening an account for someone and they'll say, oh, and I want someone else to be able to sign. We really need to know that, right off the bat, because we're going to need identifying information for not only that business owner, but for whoever is going to be on that checking account or savings account, however you have it. So just have all your documents together and be ready to ask questions. I mean, there are no silly questions when it comes to banking.
Well, just like personal lives, there's going to be things in the business that's going to come up that you may not expect. Maybe you own a building and the air conditioner goes out. It's important to always save for those type of events, as well as, taxes, and maybe there's a project you would like to do next year and you're wanting to put some money aside so that you can save for that project. Maybe you need to have 20% down to get a loan on owning your own building instead of leasing it from somebody. So just like your personal life, your business, you need to be able to expect for those unexpected events.
I think, again, what a small business owner needs to start with is just realize, researching the costs of, so if you're not going to do direct deposit, I'm just going to pay by check. Well, checks are expensive, so, you need to put that into your expenses every month or every year, or how many checks are you going to go through. I mean, that sounds like a very small thing, but that can be costly, especially if they're computerized checks. And just the filing fees. Every year you're going to have some kind of filing fees. So just plan your costs. I mean, don't just think about what you're going to make. Plan your expenses as well. And again, I think a good online banking is going to show you that. I mean, you can just see that every day. You can download banking reports into your, into your own personal, or into your Excel sheets, or into your accounting software. But just be aware, keep tabs, and ask questions. Again, I know we, and I'm sure at every bank too, are just always open to, help them walk through any question, any concern that they may have.
So I think one of the most important things whenever you come to a bank to open an account, or even to open a business, is to decide what type of business it is. Not what type as far as, are you going to produce pictures? Are you going to cut hair? Are you going to open your own welding shop? But what type of account legally? So are you going to be an LLC? Are you going to be a partnership? Are you going to be a corporation? Because all of that is going to dictate what type of documents you need to bring into the bank, and how you kind of decide what type of legal entity you will be. It's just, you're going to talk to your accountant or talk to your attorney, whichever. But I think that's first off the most important thing. Decide what you're going to do, and then decide how you're going to do it, and then you could come to the bank and we can help facilitate that to get there.